there, folks? It's Jimmy Stewart here. Hoping this is finding you all doing well. Today's video, yeah, you guessed it. Empty stand means, that's correct, new guitar day here in the studio. And as you all know, I've been a sucker recently for the Squier line, the Paranormal line, the Classic Vibe line, the Contemporary line, and you all also know that I'm a sucker for offsets. I like those off-the-wall guitars. So today we're going to add to that little collection here, where we're going to bring out a brand new addition to the studio. Now, it's been unbelievably cold here. I hope it's warmer where you're currently watching from. But here at the studio, it's been brutally cold. I'm talking real cold. So this guitar arrived the other day, and I've been letting it acclimate for a couple of days before I get this out. But let's take a look at the B-roll when it did arrive, and it arrived 2 days ago. Let's have a look with David Leatherman doing the opening. All right, so a little B-roll running here today, folks, as we do the unboxing for New Guitar Day. There's David. It's very, very cold outside. So I let this has been setting for about 2 or 3 hours now. And I'm just gonna open the box. So I don't know if it's a box inside a box or what we got going on here. Look at that. You know what that means. Here it is. See how good you guys are with the codes. Woohoo! Okay, so what we have for you today? Well, we have this guy right here. This is the new 2021 version of the Fender Squier Paranormal Cyclone. I did the same thing, folks. I thought to myself, what is a Cyclone? Now, the Cyclone actually Fender released, I think, back in the 90s for a while, and then in 2020 they came out with the Paranormal series. Squier started making them, and they had a couple of different versions of these. I think they had one in shell pink, and they had one in Delphin blue, I believe it was. And then that was a limited run, and they stopped. Very similar to, you know, the all the Paranormal line on the Cabernet Tellys and the baritones and things like that. So they became very popular, obviously. So in 2021, they re-released them again. This time, this is the Candy Apple Red version, and I believe they also have this in a white or an off-white. So this is brand new to the studio here. Again, you saw the B-roll when we took it out of the box, and like I said, it's simply been acclimating here for the last couple of days to give me a chance to not only get snow plowed, but to let this warm up to the studio environment. So it came in very, very good shape. You saw how nicely they boxed it. Rubber bands are going to go into the rubber band holder as always. And then they gave us a little booklet that came with it. And of course, my receipt from the good friends at Musician's Friend. We'll tell you about that in a moment. And then, of course, your whammy bar and the hex keys to be able to adjust the truss rod and the bridge. What's neat about this particular guitar, and people keep asking, you know, the Cyclone, what is it? It's kind of a mix-mash. That's what they've been doing with the Paranormal guitars there at Squier. They've been kind of making guitars that, you know, are kind of a mish-mash of different models from the past. So this is really in a kind of Mustang body, and is a Mustang body. But it has got the Stratocaster style 3 sets of Alnico single coils designed by Fender. So sort of like Strat pickups with a Strat style synchronized tremolo bridge. Again, it's through the body. Let's get rid of this plastic here. Through the body design. Again, Strat synchronized type tremolo bridge, but it's kind of got the Jaguar style controls here with a simple master volume and master tone. Output jack is located here. It is a 22 fret, but it's a short scale. Well, short scale for Fender. Anyway, this is a 24.75 short scale. Kind of a standard Gibson scale, 24.75, but your normal Fender is a 25.5. So it is a short scale. 22 fret. This has got the, I think these are the tall, slim frets on it. It's got an Indio Laurel board, a synthetic bone nut, solid rock, Canadian rock maple neck, and it's got the gloss finish on the neck, very similar to the other Paranormals and to my, you know, my Jazzmaster. It's got the vintage style tuners, the open vintage style tuners, which is very cool. And of course the vintage bridge. This is in candy apple red, and I like what they did on the pickguard here. It's not that white. It's kind of an off-white, almost cream, and it's a 3-ply pickguard. Your standard markers up the neck. Of course, we'll take a look at this with the close-up video. Your standard Squier bridge plate on here, 4-hole bridge plate, and your springs and what have you, your trem block and all that back here. It's got a nice contour to it, again, like a Mustang body with your arm and belly cuts. Just really, really cool. And kind of a Strat style headstock. Just a neat, neat guitar. So let's take the up-close video of this particular model, and then we'll tune it up and get some tone checks. Let's get to it. Okay, so here's the up-close and personal on the new Paranormal series from Squier, the Cyclone in candy apple red. As you can see, this is a Mustang body, a single master and tone control over here with the old style knobs like that, your output jack, Jaguar type control switches for the 3 Strat style. Again, these are Fender designed Alnico magnet pickups. And again, you get your vintage Strat style synchronized trem bridge down here. You can see the off white or cream 3-ply pickguard they put on this. Again, this is a 22 fret, but a 24.75 scale, so it's a short scale, 24.75, kind of a Gibson scale on this, with your tall, narrow frets, your pearloid markers going up the neck on an Indian Laurel fretboard. That's a synthetic bone nut that they put on here, but it's very nicely cut, nicely done. And your Cyclone Headstock up there with vintage tuners. The single tree string for the B&E. Turn the guitar around so you can get a good look at it on the back. Get your nice belly cut here. Again, the weight on these are around 7 pounds, 6 ounces, so it's fairly comfortable. Fairly light guitar. Your 4-bolt neck plate here with the Squier logo. Again, solid rock Canadian maple neck. Some nice graining, some nice figuring in that neck. Your vintage tuners. So another great offset to add to the collection here at the studio. Kind of a hybrid Mustang, Jaguar, Jazzmaster, Stratocaster. Unique. And there it is. The Paranormal Cyclone. And as you know, the Paranormal series is kind of made and set up with the same type of quality that you see in the Classic Vibe series. They're all priced around the same right there. On the high end of a budget guitar, as far as I'm concerned, but still under 500. They're in that 450 mark. But Squier's been knocking it out of the park. These Paranormal series, their CV series, their Contemporary series, they're just wonderful guitars. I've been very, very happy and very surprised, to be honest with you. So, the Squier Paranormal Cyclone in Candy Apple Red. Okay, well, so hope you enjoyed the upfront and personal on the Cyclone here, the Paranormal Cyclone. Now, a couple of things I didn't go over with this particular guitar, and of course you guys would want to know that. The neck is a slim C profile, and it is 1.650 at the nut, which is 42 millimeter, pretty much standard. And we'll get it tuned up and do some tone checks. Now this comes standard with 9 through 42s on it, which is good. That's what I play. So it's got a set of 9s on it. I'm not sure what kind of strings they are, but they feel fine. There's no sprout, folks. The frets are nice and rounded on the ends. They look pretty nice and polished. The neck feels very, very good. No issues there. The neck pocket is perfect. I don't see any issues there. So we're just going to see how it sounds. Again, this has got the Jaguar kind of switching on here. So when all these switches are up, unlike a Stratocaster, you have all 3 pickups at the same time, which is another little option. Again, people ask, is it kind of like a Strat? Well, it is, I guess, in a way, except you have the options of having all 3 here. Then, of course, you can go individually and combinations of them. So let's get the amp on here, and we'll see what we got. Try to go something. Here's all 3 of them, actually. Let me take the reverb out of there. And the delay, just nice and clean. So that's all 3. Now I'm going to go to the neck pickup. Nice. Sounds great. Middle pickup. Nice. Bridge pickup. So you can kind of tell you get creamier at the top. You're going to get that spank and quack to it. Middle. I like the middle. Middle sounds great. Bridge. Now let's go bridge and neck together. That's a pretty cool sound too. Bridge in the middle together. Let's get some real cool quack to it too. Get my bracelet out of the way here. Okay. Bridge and the neck together. That's pretty cool sounding too. And then all three. So this is the neck and the middle. Neck by itself. Neck in the bridge. Bridge in the middle. Put a little snot on it and see what we got. All three. Neck and middle. Neck and bridge. Neck and middle. All three. Neck. Middle. bridge. Some nice taper on the tone. Pickups sound wonderful on this, man. They're very, very nice. Bridge middle combination is kind of cool. And with the tone rolled back, sounds great. And I like the 3 pickup combination as well. So I'm going to do the quick loop that I did at the opening of this, just to give you a couple of tones in context here. So let's see what we got. We'll start with the bridge. pretty cool, folks. Yes, pretty cool. Now, as we've always said here on the channel, when you see something like this and it's something you kind of want to add to your collection, or you don't have anything quite like it, which I didn't. I have Strats, obviously, and I have a Mustang hybrid, which is a great little guitar. I love playing that. And that's a 24 scale. This is a 24-7.5. I just picked up the baritone, which I wanted to have. And again, I went the Squier Paranormal series on that because it's a wonderful guitar and it was something I really liked. And that's a great one. I went the Classic Vibe 60 series on the Jazzmaster, and I went Contemporary series on the Jaguar. So I kind of spread it around, and I'm really enjoying the Squier series here. These Paranormals are wonderful. Again, they're kind of a mish-mash guitar, things that you'd like to have, but again, don't want to spend a ton of money on something that you're going to use sometimes and maybe not other times. So as I've always said here on the channel, if you see it on sale, a musician's friend had this model on sale. This was the one that I was trying to get them to match the price on for my baritone, which they didn't quite do. They gave me a good discount on it, but they didn't match the price on this. And this was the exact same price. They were both $449. But they had this particular model on sale for $135 off, and I could not refuse that, folks. You know what happens if it's on sale? Absolutely. And this, I'm really going to enjoy. I'm enjoying it already. So, nothing I can see I'm going to have to do on here. I might go ahead and, obviously change the string. These strings aren't bad, and the fretboard doesn't feel dry. The frets feel wonderful. I don't think I'll even have to polish them. I might go ahead and throw a set of my 9 Diodarios on it, but these are playing fine. The setup is fine. I could probably get it down just a little bit, but it's not bad. Let's check it out. Again, I like to have around 1.5, and this feels like it's very close. This is sitting at around about 1.75, a little high. Like I said, I can feel it, but it's not terrible. And it's about 1.75 on the E as well. So, yeah, I could probably bring it down a little bit. But very comfortable, nice belly cut. I like these Mustang bodies. The weight is very good. Again, 7 pounds, 6 ounces, 7 pounds, 8 ounces, I think it weighed in at. So very nice. Again, I'll get these strings stretched up a little bit. I might just continue to play them on this before I do anything. Might as well. They feel fine. So, there it is, folks. The 4th Squier we've had here on the channel. And again, it started back with the Classic Vibe Jazzmaster last year when I put out in fact, the name of the video is I swore I was never going to buy a Squier, and honestly, years ago I would not even have considered them. But something has happened in the Fender Squier line in the recent years. They've really stepped up their game. They're making wonderful guitars, and they're making the style of guitar that I really like. The offsets and the weird off-the-wall type of guitars, the baritones and the Jaguars, and things that I really like. With great pickup configurations and great necks and wonderful sounding electronics. I mean, for the prices, all these guitars were about the same price. They were all running around that $450 mark, and then based on sales of what you can get your hands on. If you haven't seen the review on the Jazzmaster, the Classic Vibe Jazzmaster sitting over there, please check it out. It's here on the channel. And I also did a setup review on that particular guitar as well. And if you have not seen the review on the Contemporary Jaguar, check that out as well. That's a wonderful guitar. I just picked up the Cabronita baritone Telly just a couple of weeks ago. That's new on the channel as well. Check that out. And then, of course, today, brand new to the channel, the Cyclone Paranormal series from the good folks at Fender and Squier. So we're going to wrap it up for today, folks. Thank you so much for stopping in. If you are on the fence about subscribing, come on over to the good side. Would love to have you on board. So until next time, folks, it's Jimmy Stewart saying so long. Take care of yourselves. Please stay safe. Please stay healthy. And we'll talk to you all again very, very soon. Bye-bye for now.